Okay, so I just went outside and rescued the beat-up case that I decided to retroframe. So let's take a look at it. Here it is. Now, it looks. I guess I should show it to you, eh? There we go. Well, it looks better than it did. It's not yellow like it was, but you can take the bottom of the case. Where's the bottom? Now, if you remember before, it was yellower on top than it was at the bottom. So, yeah, this is whiter now for sure. Although, and this is my although. We got a little bit of streaking here. It looks like we have a few spots that either got missed or the compound was too thick on it. I'm not quite sure which. I think the compound might have been too thick in this spot because it's mostly in this ridge here. Yeah. Oh, my chair just fell apart. That's good. So I'm wondering if maybe it was from a lack of cleaning, possibly, because I didn't do a very good job cleaning it, or what the fuck. Because, like, yeah, a little bit of streaking, mostly in these ridges here, it seems. They're gonna try putting it on thicker, which I don't think you're gonna put it on a whole hell of a lot thicker than I did. But yeah, hard to say. So well, we got another Amiga case that we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna see if we can do that one a little bit better than I did this one. And yeah, well, we're sitting right now. I just went and scrubbed it, and it's drying right now. I gotta go over it and look for little pencil, crayon marks, and other shit that's on here, and see if I can clean all that off. Because it's got quite a bit of, of that stuff on it, and sticky residue and whatever else. So yeah, but I can't. If this was the final product, I wouldn't say that this is going to piss me off. I can't say that at all. As long as it doesn't look like absolute garbage, I'd be thrilled. And that's why I don't retro brag. As long as the damn thing functions, I'm happy. As long as it works and it doesn't look too fucking bad. But this looked too fucking bad. Alright, tomorrow I'll be doing the retro braiding. Tonight, while I'm watching TV or something like that, I'll be scrubbing some yellow keys. And yeah, tomorrow we'll finish her up. Alright, so today's the big day. We're gonna be retro burning absolutely all the white plastic that looks like shit. So I had to come up with some ideas with how to do like the keyboard keys. Last night I put them in some soapy water and I sat there with a toothbrush and scrubbed them all down. And so they're nice and clean, which is great. So what I'm gonna be doing is with those. A lot of people put them in Ziploc bags and pour a bottle of peroxide in there. I'm not doing that. What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be laying them out because the keys look like shit. Like, they're fucking bad. Look at this. Like, this is, two-tone yellow going on these keys. They look just fucking awful. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, I watched a few videos last night just seeing how other people do their retro braiding. So I'm going to lay some saran wrap down here. And then I'm going to be putting the hydrogen goop on top of the saran wrap. Put the keys down and fold it in. And then throw it out in the sun to bake. It's going to be 17 degrees today. Perfectly clear skies. Nothing but sun. So it's perfect for doing this. So let's get her started here. I got gloves today too. Look at that. Frank gives good gloving. Yeah. That's the sound of success. Yeah. Bend over. Clingy, clingy wrap. Okay, so we're gonna go right about there. We want it flat, not wrinkly, flat. Let's see if the scissors will cut this a little nicer. Not really. No. Okay, just lay the arm. That works. Lay the arm down and rip it. Okay, Get her nice and even here. Beautiful. Nice and flat and even. Right on. Okay, let's do this shit. Okay, let's get some goopy goodness here. I might need more than that. We'll see. Goopy goodness. There, some mail I don't want to read, that works. Don't ask what that is. Now, this isn't bad, I don't think. I hate painting, but this isn't too bad. Okay, so what we're going to do, take the keys and start putting them on here. Alright. Doesn't matter which way they go, as long as they're on there. You gotta put gaps between them so sunlight can get on the sides of them too. Yeah, that's probably good for that. Alright. What we do is carefully put this over like that. This one wants to escape. Hold it down like that. Take this one. Put it like that. Okay, this is looking okay. Now, what I gotta do, it's all enclosed, it's all good. Now, I need another piece of cardboard. Nothing starts my day like cornflakes. There we go, perfect. So take that, put it flat, and I gotta flip it over. Ha ha ha. It's gonna work. Yeah! Success! It looks good, right on, look at that. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna take this whole tray. That worked really good. Yeah. What I might be able to do, if I can move this, move it like that, I can put a couple smaller pieces on here, they can carry the whole thing out there. I think I'm going to do that. They're not separate a little bit, and I'm not going to get sunlight on everything. There we go, perfect. Okay. Now I can carry that outside and throw it in the sun, because the sun is just waiting to get something done today. Look at that. That's going to be a nice white mouse after it's fucking done. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to wrap these. Ah, fuck, I got some on my arm. Probably 2 layers over top this way. That's my best guess how to wrap these. Okay. So I had a bit of a situation outside. It's windy this morning. So I had to go outside, put some rocks on the cardboard, and I had to tape the packages of keys down to the cardboard. I had one fly off the table, and yeah, it got covered in dirt, and all the keys were all fucking upside down and stuff like that. So I just said, you know, if you have something like that, just say fuck it, bring it back in, and redo it. So that's what I did. Everything's taped down and put rocks on it, and everything's good now. So, well, we hope that everything still works out here. I gotta keep checking on them to make sure nothing's going wrong. Okay. Now, let's fucking roll. Fuck you. There we go. Piece of shit. Okay. I need 2 layers of this. I gotta watch this fucking Glad wrap because one of the sheets had a fucking hole in it. You don't want that. So maybe it doesn't pay to fucking fucking buy Glad here. Fucking garbage. That's why I saw it in the dollar store, because it's crap, right? Alright, one roll. Roll number 2. Or row number 2, I guess. These are the... Fuck me! Look at this shit. Look at this fucking Glad shit. Like, fuck you. Look at this big fucking hole in it. Fucking Glad. You wanna wrap your food, don't use Glad. Fucking shitty fucking crap. Goddamn garbage. Fuck off. Okay, you suck. I don't trust you to wrap my dick when I'm having sex. Fucking garbage. These have to overlap. So I gotta go pick one up and put it on top. Because the Amiga 500 is a little on the large side. I wouldn't want to do this for every computer I own, and I own a lot of damn computers, I'll tell you that. And voila. Okay, if I put this the correct way, the wind shouldn't blow it away. Then I'll do the top one after. Yeah! So I figure out what my problem is with this fucking Glad wrap. What they do is they put this little sticky spot on here so it, you know, keeps the fucking wrap nice and handy. What happens when you're pulling it and it hits that, it tears a fucking hole in it. So if you're gonna buy cling wrap, buy the cheapest shit you can find, because they add all kinds of features and bullshit that fucking don't need on this fucking thing. Alright, buy cheap shit, not Glad. So here we are, letting all this stuff cook outside. I don't think the wind is strong enough to blow away the big pieces, but all this other stuff is all taped down so it doesn't blow away on me again. Fuck. So, yeah, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so, you know, once noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock roll around, then everything will be getting hit with full sunlight. This fucking tree's in the way, I should cut it down. But yeah, it's not too bad. Maybe I'll move the table ahead a little bit. That might be a good idea. Alright, we'll come check back on it in a little bit. Okay, so now that everything's outside cooking, I can take some time and put the keyboard back together, which is a big fucking task in itself. Now the only suggestion I can give for this guy is the first key to do is the caps lock key, which you'll identify by its beautiful blue color here. It just goes right in there. And yeah, that's just, I believe that's it. Oh fuck, did I put it the right way? No. Okay, when you're putting these in, the little black rubbery part has to be facing up. There we go. And that should be, yeah, that's correct now. That works properly, if you see that, yeah. Okay, yeah, just start throwing these things in there, and they're all, I believe the rest of them are all the same. Nothing else looks different on these. They're all universally, just chuck them in there. And after you're done that, all you gotta do is screw the plate and the membrane on, and you should be good to go to pop all the keys back on. Yeah! So I'm gonna do that now. Alright, I got the keyboard all screwed back together. Look at that, eh? Now remember how fucking dirty it was with everybody's pubes and everything in here? This is nice and clean. I took it and scrubbed it, and it's just all ready to take on the hopefully whitened keys. I don't know how well that's gonna work the way I did it, but we'll find out in I guess a few hours now. Alright. Okay, so here we are at the end of the day. Yeah, these have been out here all day. So, this batch of keys, they were yellow for the longest fucking time. It took a long time for the yellowing to disappear. Same with the mouse over there. I have a feeling I didn't put enough of that cum goop in here.
to get it to de-yellowify. But it turned out not too bad. I think this batch of keys here did a lot better. But, well, we'll see. I'm still seeing like a few, well, maybe a couple hours ago I saw like maybe the corners are still a little on the yellow side. I don't think there's much I can do about that. The enclosure looks fantastic. It's not yellow at all anymore. It looks gray now. And this cover looks good. The enclosures look fantastic. Like, I'm not seeing any yellow on these anymore, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I've been out here rotating them and moving them around and all that other shit, so... Well, we're gonna be getting them into the house right away because the sun's almost gone. And we'll see how everything looks. And we'll see if we can put it all back together. I guess tomorrow I'd have to do that because I gotta rinse all this shit off and then let it dry. So that's probably what we're gonna do.
Okay, so we're nearing the end of the day here. I brought all the plastic pieces inside from the retro brain process. They were out there all day. And, well, we'll see the results of it tomorrow morning when after they're done sitting and drying. But there's something that I haven't done yet that is absolutely incredibly important. And that's to clean everything all the gunk out of the fucking mouse here, because, again, the way I look at it, functionality is the most important part of restoring a computer. Cosmetically, meh, so what? But having it work, that's the most important to me. So I'm gonna show you how to clean up an old mouse here. The old ball mice are notorious for collecting dirt and shit and pubes and whatever else that you're gonna end up with. Like, I don't know how well you can see this, but if you look inside of this thing, it's just full of, like, the rollers are covered in dirt. There's, you know, all kinds of fur in here from, you know, who knows whose crotch. And we gotta clean all that out so that everything works properly here. So there's a couple ways to do this. I mean, I've cleaned these mice, all the rollers and stuff like that. They get the crotch just totally built onto it. I've scraped it all off with like an X-Acto knife, a dull X-Acto knife, and it works pretty good. You can also take, you know, the isopropyl alcohol and clean it off that way. I mean, there's a roller here. You know, it shouldn't take too much to get this shit off. Yeah, it's working not too bad. You spin it a little bit with the Q-tip and then roll it. And some of this shit is just hard to get out. It's just really crusted on here. So, yeah, and yeah, there's lots of hair and stuff. Look at that. Like, this is all very fucking, you know, pretty bad there. You can see how much shit I've already gotten out of there. And, yeah, and getting ball mice to work properly was really important. And back in the days of ball mice, you really knew when it was dirty as hell. I mean, everybody would clean the ball, but they wouldn't clean the actual rollers inside the mouse, which are the parts that really makes it work. So they, you know, and then they throw the mouse away because they thought there was something wrong with it. No, it's just, you know, crap built up on all these little rollers inside of here. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Another thing you gotta do is, you know, cleaning the ball too. The ball, you shouldn't clean it with anything abrasive. This is like basically metal covered in rubber. So like soap and water is probably all you should really use on that. Soap and water just to get all the scum off of it, and then it should be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're on the next day now. We're gonna see how everything turned out, and yeah, start putting it back together, I guess. Okay, so first item up is gonna be the power supply. Remember how yellow and disgusting that thing looked? Well, here's what it looks like now. So yeah, this turned out not too bad. There's a little bit of marbling. You can see a little bit of marbling on there. And you know, it's all on the sides too. You can see it's a little bit, looks like kind of a little bit cloudy or whatever. But you know what? It's not yellow anymore. It's this weird kind of grayish color now, which I wasn't expecting. I figured this would be more white. I remember these power supplies being white when I saw them in Kmart, like, you know, 20, 30 years ago. But yeah, it's kind of an odd color. I don't know if this is the original color or not. My guess is it is not, and this is part of retro brighting. But it's not ugly fucking smoker's yellow. So we'll put this together because we need a power supply to power the thing up. Alright, power supply. Yeah, the cables kind of look shitty, but you know what? Power supply looks okay. It's got a really bleachy look to it, I think. I don't think it's because it's sat out there for too long, but it's kind of bleachy looking. I don't know, it looks better than yellow, I guess. Next item, we're gonna do the mouse, because we need a mouse on the damn thing. So, here we go. The mouse turned out not too bad. The bottom half, I did the bottom half, didn't really need it, but it looks okay. But one thing about the mouse is it didn't come out, I don't know if you can see that, but it didn't come out very perfectly here. Sorry about the light in here, but it's kind of overcast today in my sun roof or whatever isn't very, you can't really see it too much, but it is a little on the yellow, very faintly on the yellow side still. So I'll put that together. I cleaned all the innards, I cleaned all the dust and all the dirt off of the rollers in here, so it should work very nicely. The cord is fucking filthy as shit. You can see that. I don't know if you can. It's dirty as hell. Like it's still bad. I cleaned this and it didn't come out worth a shit. But it's a Commodore mouse. They're not exactly easy to find. So I also cleaned the ball. The ball, I cleaned it with soap and water. It feels much nicer. It doesn't feel as slimy anymore. And the cover for the mouse ball, I did not retro bright this. I figured, who the fuck cares? It's just a mouse ball cover. So, it didn't look too bad. So, there we go. There's a slight difference, very slight difference in color there. I don't know if you can't see it very well in here. The light is just the shits this morning here. Alright. So you guys all ready for the case? Here it comes. Here's the top half. Now, the thing about this case is this wasn't bad when I got it. It was, you know, it was just like kind of two-tone yellowed when I first got this in the mail. It wasn't, you know, treated or nothing. It turned out actually very nice. It's all one uniform color. I don't see any you know, marbling. No nothing, not even any yellow on it. So, the one thing I can conclude about Retro Bright is it works very well on stuff that's not very yellowed. Because, well, I gotta show you something else yet. But, yeah, the case looks really good. The top, both the top and the bottom look fantastic here. I got the cover for the bottom. It's a little marbled. Like, I don't know if you can see that there. Little bit marbled. There you go. Yeah, this was from the original broken case. So I wanted to make sure I got that one done. Are they similar in color? Eh. But then again, the other thing you gotta remember is this this case came from Europe. They might have pressed it over there with slightly different plastic, different grade of plastic. I don't know. Not sure what they do. Yeah, and I got the trapdoor cover here too. That's you know, that's another thing. This trapdoor color, you might be able to see it there. it's there's a little bit of yellow still on it. Because if you remember, this was actually quite yellowed. So, I mean, from what I can tell, I did a good job putting all that peroxide shit in there. And, you know, it's still a little bit yellowed. But it's the trapdoor cover. Who the fuck cares, right? Alright. Time to put the motherboard back in here. There we go. Actually, we're not putting it back in here because this is a completely different one here. Okay, there's a little snap here. You push that down. Fuck. Not gonna go, is it? You son of a bitch. Go. This is not going. What the shit? Everything's pushed right up against the edge here. Might be because of the metal shielding, I don't know. Come on. Come on. That little snap isn't doing shit for me here. Come on. Fuck me. What the hell? Ugh, Christ fucking Jesus. I don't want to fucking break the dam. Okay, we have a flathead screwdriver. We can pull that back. Alright, this tab is a little on the tight side for some fucking reason. Maybe the PAL boards are just a tad smaller, I don't know. What we're gonna do, we're not gonna melt it, we're gonna just slightly heat it up here with a lighter. Press it back a little bit. See if that helps. Ow, fuck, that hurt. But I got it in. So yeah, that helped. Okay. I gotta put the expansion together. I gotta solder that fucker back together if you remember that. I don't have the battery holder in it yet because that's gonna take a couple months for it to come. So I'm just gonna put it together as is and it should work fine. Alright, now I'll put the shielding on. I guess this, oh, I gotta put the screws on it too, I guess. Here's the fucking other shielding that goes, yeah. As a side note, and a good thing to remember, is before you put the metal shielding on, put the floppy drive in there. I took the floppy drive and I gave it a bit of a cleaning, cleaned up the button, and yeah, I ran some vinegar over this slightly rusty shield. I don't know if it did anything. Cleaned the heads one more time and cleaned some of the shit out of the inside, so it should be fairly good when I power it up. So, alright, we'll put that in. Man, am I ever glad I did retro brighting yesterday, because there's like no sun out today. So, next thing is the keyboard. Gotta put all the keys and all the springs back on. This is gonna be a big job. The enter key is probably gonna be the hardest one. So that's the one I'm gonna do first. I don't like leaving the hard shit till last. It's also the biggest key. I gotta show you guys how good this retro brighting works. Because you look at the keys, well, you can see these, but there you can still slightly see the yellow on some of these. I mean, it's nothing like the way it looked. It's, you know, it looks way fucking better than the way it did look, but I mean, and it's on most of them here. The ones that had really bad yellowing, you can see that one pretty good, but still, it's not the way it was. Alright, enter key. This is not the enter key. That's the fucking enter key. That big bastard. Alright, so we got this fucking enter key. What I'm gonna do, because there's two bars on it, I'm gonna try sliding this one in first here. Put it on here. Fuck, go. There we go.
they're fairly, you know, easy to put these things on. And then the other side of it. So this side's going to snap in. And this side I'm going to slide it in here too. You're not going to see this on the camera. There's no fucking way. So yeah, what I want to do is all these ones with bars on them, they're probably going to be the first keys to go on because they're the biggest pain in the asses. Alright. Let's see if we can slide that fucking bar on there. We got one side all done. So, their side shouldn't be too bad. Fuck. Come on, you asshole. Yeah, this is the hard part. How the fuck do they do this at Commodore? There we go. I gotta put the spring underneath it. This is, yeah, again, this is probably the hardest fucking key. Oh, I know. Once you get this shit on, you have to press it down on the actual key. There we go. That's how you get a key back on. Alright, I gotta do all these other fucking pain in the ass ones, so, now, if you remember with the Spacebar, there's 3 springs here. 1 that goes here and 2 that go here. These 2 are a different size. So you gotta make sure, well, first of all, you get this fucker the right way. No, they all sit at the same angle. So it should sit at this angle. Okay, so we learned something there. This is the way it goes. Now, slide one side on. And you know what? This is really the best way to do it. You could pop off all the snappy parts, but why risk breaking something? I would rather risk breaking a fucking key than breaking the whole plate. Because you can glue a key easily. You can't glue the bottom half very easily. Alright. So we got these little brassy looking springs. They're just slightly smaller and a different color. And then we have the regular spring. Well, when you're putting this shit back together, take it slow. Press it down. You got a space bar. Look at that. Always take it slow when you're putting this shit back together because you don't want to fuck up really badly. Same with taking it apart. Go slow. Alright, so you may notice that the letter P is missing. I found it sitting in the bottom of the sink from yesterday when I was rinsing all the keys off, and you know, of course the sink was used this morning for coffee grounds and shit like that, so I had to clean it out, so now it's sitting and drying. So, well, I'll get the rest of this together. You can always just pop the key on there, it's easy to do. But I'm going to show you this thing here. What you'll notice with this, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you look along the keys here, you'll see that a lot of the yellowing is still there. I don't know how well this is showing up on the camera, but a lot of the yellowing is still somewhat visible. And if you look at the keyboard itself, it's just got a very slight tint of yellow to it. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting perfection out of this thing. There's no way, with all the yellowing that was on here, there's no fucking way in hell it was gonna look perfect afterwards. I did not expect that at all. So, but the fact is, this looks better than this. It looks way better than it did. And that's all I really wanted out of the whole retro brighting thing, because it looked fucking awful before. So, okay, I'm gonna get the rest of this thing together now. I gotta put the RAM expansion back together as well. But before we go any further, we have a few small details to deal with here. The sticky feet that I took off, we gotta put those back on. So what I use two-way tape. This double-sided tape. It's the thin stuff. Yeah, you can, and I really like using this better than glue. I fucking hate playing with glue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick these on here. Just do all that, cut them out, and we'll pop them back in. Easy stuff. And then we just, well, after we cut these out,
Just gotta peel the backing off and stick them on. Easy stuff. We have one more very important thing that we have to put back on here. That's this beautiful metal Commodore logo. I don't know how well you can see that. It's very nice. Like, they did a nice job on that. Apparently the Europeans don't get the metal ones. Or they just, you know, cost cut in later years. I gotta try to bend this fucking thing back into somewhat a flat shape. Well, let's put it on the sticky back here, and then we'll try to flatten it a little bit, maybe. Cut it out. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck. This is I think that's as flat as she's gonna get. So, yeah, let's just peel it off and stick it on there. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That don't look too bad. That looks pretty good, actually. I'm happy with that. It's a little wonky. But, there we go. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah. Right on. Alright. She's all done. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I had some screws left over, but that's because this is the second case, and both of the cases had screws in it. So yeah, take a look at this thing here. Again, the lighting is just terrible today, but there's still a little bit of yellowing on the sides here, and there's not a whole hell of a lot I'm going to be able to do about that. But you know what, all in all, this thing looks pretty fucking nice. And I got all the covers in. I got the RAM expansion in too. There's a cover. You can see a little bit of a yellowy difference there. Yeah. I got the little feet on. I got the cover on. So, yeah. I think that it's time to try it out. Okay, so we got it all set up here. Time to see if it works. Turn it on. There we go. We get a light. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, yeah. Right on. We got Kickstart showing up. It's asking for a Workbench CD. Or Workbench floppy disk. There's no CDs in this. Let's shove in a copy of Workbench and see what it does. Grinding away there. Oh, we got something. Error validating disk copy 4 of Workbench. What the fuck? Well, we gotta play with this here. Workbench. Ah, here we go. Let's try this one. Try that one. Oh, the mouse works. Good. Try that. Hey, there we go. Doing something anyway, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's try again. She chugs pretty good. Good. Battery backup clock not found. That's because the battery got pulled out because it was being a naughty battery. Grind, grind, grind. Oh, there we go. Workbench, right on. And yeah, Joel's startup, eh? I don't know who Joel is. What the fuck? Is that a sword for what the fuck? On the RAM disk. What the fuck is with this mouse pointer, man? Workbench. Disk. There's not a whole hell of a lot on here, eh? Open. Oh, here we go. The fuck? This is the most bizarre fucking mouse pointer. Must have modified that. Okay, we should see if we got some noise here. This will tell me if it's got noise. And if the keyboard works too.
Don't fuck yourself.
It works!
Eat shit, you dick licker.
Good! Okay. Goosh.
Lick my pussy, you fucking douchebag.
That works pretty good.
This is the Amiga, motherfucker.
Right on. Okay, that works good. We got sound, we got graphics, we got boots. What the fuck else could we ask for on here? Well, let's try a game for fun. There's a copy of Tetris here. Forgive me for being a little rough on my Workbench 1.3 skills here. Let's turn it off, turn it on. See if it boots. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Turn that shit down, though. Tetris was invented by a 30-year-old asshole. Okay, I don't care. Oh, I gotta choose all this shit? Okay, I suck at Tetris, so let's do that. There we go. Look at that. What the fuck? How do you change this shit? Ah, fuck. How do you do this? Oh, I can't change the fucking block. Every time I press that, it changes. Fuck me. Okay. Oh, enter key. Enter key changes it. Kind of dumb controls. Well, that's pretty good. Alright. So that is the Amiga 500, nicely restored and it's functioning and it's all nice and white now. I guess I want to do... Let's shut this fucking music off. I hate this music. Okay, there we go. I want to put some kind of an internal enhancement on it, like a compact flash card for a hard drive and an accelerator and things like that. So I think I'm eventually going to order one and stick it in this thing because this thing works great. It'll be a great, nice little game computer if I do that and stuff a whole bunch of games on there. I think I could have a hell of a lot of fun with this thing. And it's, a great little computer, and the graphics are good. Like, this is from 1987. You can't complain about this from 1987. It's on par. Actually, I think it's even more better than the NES. The graphics are better, colors are better, the audio is better. And, if I would have had one of these way back in the 80s, I think I would have been happy with this as opposed to having an NES, to be completely honest. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Taking the Century. Hope you had fun watching me redo this whole damn computer. And my thoughts on retro brighting are, would I do it again? Yeah, but it'd have to be on a computer I'm not personally attached to, highly personally attached to, and it'd have to be as yellow as that fucking thing was. That's the only way I'd do it again. Results are, they're okay. I don't think it's an end-all be-all to the yellowing case problem. They're supposed to be manufacturing some new Amiga 500 cases that don't have the yellowing problem, which would be very nice. So anyways, that's it for the episode, and take care. We'll see you next time.